Welcome to another episode of Hustle Basketball Talk. I'm joined today by forward center Brandon McCoy. Brandon, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you for having me, bro. It's an honor to be on here.
Absolutely, man. So just to start off, growing up, you're from Chicago. You moved to San Diego for high school. What was it like moving at a young age, and then also the basketball scene compared to Chicago to San Diego, and how was that experience for you?
Man, that's a good question, Drew. To be honest, growing up in Chicago, like that's the most thing I was really focused on was just getting a free education, trying to go to college, wherever that was. And I played basketball on the playground and all that, but I wasn't really thinking about, maybe going pro or nothing, even though I was a big kid. But eventually I was approached by some people when I was playing in 8th grade. And they was just like, yeah, we got a program. We have a prep school out in San Diego, and we want you to come out and, maybe play for us. And so, I went out a couple of times and played some games with them and fell in love with just the whole process of, just training full time and going to school and being around people who shared the same interests as you, especially, me growing up at that time being the only child. And, now I'm around a bunch of guys that's my age and, we all love basketball. So, we kind of grew a relationship. So that's what really drew me to go to San Diego. And basically with the difference between San Diego basketball and Chicago's basketball is just the physicality, you know what I'm saying? You already know the physicality, in Chicago, everybody just bulldogs, we run and gun, we physical, we talk trash. In San Diego, it's more technical, skill. And, I honestly feel that the platform is way more bigger in San Diego because it's less amount of hoopers out there.
That makes sense. Yeah. So there's more attention on you because the spotlight is the best of the best.
Exactly.
Got you. And then as you developed, as you got older and towards the end of your high school, you're one of the highly ranked guys in the country. What was that experience like just from a recruiting perspective, being a McDonald's All-American and all of that at a young age?
Man, I think about it a lot, just on how far I came from just a kid from Chicago to at that point playing some of my best basketball. And, I think about it and I just always just thank God for just being able to experience that. Like I said, it was just a blessing, to see my work, see the work that I put in coming to fruition and see that hard work actually pays off. It helped me. It helped me not only on the court, but in life, and taking more obstacles,
Absolutely, man. Like learning those lessons at a young age is truly imperative to just success in general. And then you you had offers from everywhere in the country, Kentucky, Kansas, all the West Coast schools, but you end up going to UNLV, a school with a rich tradition, a history of producing NBA pros. And I see you got the Rebel shirt on right now.
Man, I'm banging it all the time.
Yeah. What was your decision to ultimately go to the Mountain West Conference and play for UNLV?
It was a long process. I remember just getting my first offer at 14 years old from the University of Arizona and how it just felt so surreal. Like it felt like I got like $1 million in my bank. That's the type of emotions that come to you when you get your first offer, and especially from like a highly touted school like Arizona.
Yeah.
But it was just when I was going to all these schools and seeing all these guys, and it was just like a feeling that I was looking for internally in regards to just me clicking with the coaches and clicking with the players. And, I'm a very like spiritual person who goes about energy and just spirituality. And, it was just something about UNLV and the staff there and the players there that really kind of brought me to them, and helped me make my decision. I prayed on it. I spoke with my family. I just, like I said, it was a long process, but in the end, it worked out. And, I still go to UNLV to this day and just, kick it with some of the young guys, try to give them some game of, what I went through in the process and, just try to help them out on the court. And Vegas is year-round sunny. It gets a little cold here, but most of the time it's sunny. Me and you coming from Chicago, we deal with snow and all type of
Oh
potholes in
man,
the
it's
street. You
terrible
know what I'm talking
shoveling
about.
your
So
car out and stuff. You don't want to do that.
yeah, man. So like I just really wanted to change the scenery for my family. You know, my mom's out here, my sister's out here. It's
Yeah.
better schooling. So a lot played a role into it. But like I said, at the end of the day, I was very like happy with my decision.
Absolutely, man. It's a beautiful campus, great program, and you
Yeah.
went there. You went there. You had the opportunity to make an immediate impact as a freshman.
Yeah.
One freshman of the year in the Mount West. You led the team in points, rebounds, blocks per game. Were extremely just dominant that season.
Yeah.
So how was your experience? Right, your one season there playing in the Mount West Conference.
Tell you the truth, like, you know, I missed those. I talked to those guys. I talked to some of those guys, you know, almost every day, you know what I mean? And the whole experience there was great. You know, we dealt with, you know, what teams always deal with, ups and downs, and you go on losing streaks, you go on winning streaks. It really taught me just how to conduct myself when everything's not going your way. You know what I mean? You're gonna have games where the other team's been, especially in conference, when you got teams where you have a team at the end of the week you play, and the whole week they just scout your every move, scout what you like to do, what you do in this situation, and it's like in the pros as well. But it was just like the whole atmosphere, them coming to the games and everything. It was great. You know, I learned a lot on the court as well as off the court, and you know, it was just good to see what it's like to work on your body at a high level and just see how good you are compared to guys that's been playing the game longer than you in a way, you know? So
Absolutely, man. And after, you had that year of development in college, played extremely well. You
yeah,
decided to declare for the NBA draft and do the whole draft process, working out for teams. And then ultimately, you go undrafted in the 2018 NBA draft, but what was the process
yeah.
like? And then, those emotions as well, right? Going undrafted,
Mm-hmm.
but then maybe that extra, motivation factor of, signing a summer league deal, signing a training camp deal. How was that experience for you?
Man, it was, like I said, like UNLV taught me a lot about going through ups and downs and, you know, fighting through adversity, you know. And going undrafted was pretty hard on me, especially, I guess I could say, the first 2 years of just being a pro, just, uh, trying to work it on things that I thought I needed to work on, or just feeling like I wasn't good enough, and all type. You know, you go through a lot of emotions on that night. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like we go through a lot of emotions, but at the end of the day, you know, one thing that I always stood on, and one thing that I was always taught by my mom and just the people around me was like, you know, an idle mind is the devil's playground. You know what I'm saying? So even though you're feeling some type of way, you just got to keep pushing. You know what I mean? You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And so like that was just my whole mentality of just, going through the whole process. You know, I did about 18 workouts, and it was grueling. It was grueling, but at the same time, it was fun. It was some of the funnest times I've ever had. You know, flying to Charlotte, flying, and then going to Denver, and then seeing all these different cities and
Experiences. Yeah.
yeah, it's all you take in the whole thing. You feel me? So it was great, and like I say, going undrafted is tough, and this goes for a lot of people that's going into the draft next year. I don't know who's gonna watch this or not, but just make sure that you have the right people around you, you know what I'm saying? And the right people helping you make decisions and going about things the right way, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times it's not like basketball has a lot to do with it, but it's also about the team you have, you know what I'm saying? You already know.
Politics, situation. You are.
Yeah. And it's politics, but it's also, a lot of stuff falls on you, you know what I'm saying? You got teams out here trying to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into you. So they're trying to see what type of decisions you make. How mature are you? How does he react when things don't go his way, or when things look a certain way, and you gotta, adapt to those situations. So like I say, like over the years that I've been playing pro, I've been a pro for about 4.5 years. That's things that I've learned on my journey,
For sure. And as you just touched upon, you've been a pro for about 4.5 years, but you're still incredibly young. You're only 23 years old, and
Yeah,
that's because
yeah.
you did only play 1 year of college and you came out, young. So
Hmm.
you're kind of like, and you're an experienced vet, but you're still a young guy. Like there's still
Yeah,
seniors in college that are 23 or 24.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so your experience, what was it like playing summer league, going to training camp with the Bucks, Pelicans, and then, your 2 seasons in the G League? What did that whole experience teach you about, being a pro to start your career?
The Bucks organization they're just at another level from other
Yeah,
NBA teams in regards to just how they conduct themselves on the court and in the front office. Everything is meticulous and organized, and everything is playing to the minute. And that's something that I kind of took onto my life and trying to organize my life because growing up I didn't really think, I was a type of guy that was just to get up and go.
yeah.
Now I try to plan out my days. I try to, if I'm not able to do something, I don't get discouraged on it. I could just, go through
On
to
to
the
the
next
next.
day, you know what I'm saying? On to the next. It's, next man mentality, about it.
Absolutely.
So it's just that. And then just playing with, a bunch of teams in the summer league. And like I said, they treat you like you're in the NBA already. So you automatically take on that aura of I'm an NBA player. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
So it was like I said, it was a great feeling internally to be a part of those type of organizations and just playing for them and putting that jersey on your back. A lot of people don't not able to do that no matter
Absolutely.
what. You feel me?
Absolutely. That's a blessing in itself just to be able to, be there and have that opportunity. And then after 2 seasons in the NBA G League, you decided to take your talents overseas. How was that experience for you going to other countries now and on and off the court? What were the changes like?
Yeah, so like my first gig was in Serbia, a little village in the mountains called Zlatibor. I was very, 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 very skeptical, like going there initially. It was during the COVID years, so like I wasn't playing, and I just missed the game so much. And then eventually I just decided to just go. Like I said, take a step by faith and just go. And it proved to be one of the best decisions I made for me. The country was very, very, very caring. They welcomed me with open arms. I don't have any complaints from any of the teams. I actually like have friends in Serbia now. You're like, it's
Yeah.
cool. Like it's people from Serbia calling me, checking up on me, seeing how I'm doing, And it was like I said, playing in Serbia was probably an eye opener, and it changed my game for the better. I think that I don't know if I'd have been able to do that if I stayed in the G. You know what I'm saying? So like
Absolutely.
it's something that players should, look into and try not to be less scared and just think of it as not like a down, like I don't know, like not think of it in a bad way, but think of it as an opportunity to get better, on the court and off.
Absolutely.
I picked up multiple words and phrases from the Serbian language. I could talk to people in Serbian a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, it's like I say, you gotta think of it as a learning opportunity. Everything.
100%. And that's incredible that basketball can take you all the way from Chicago to Serbia, like
Yeah, exactly.
all those
For
experiences.
real. We're getting paid to go on vacation in a way. You
Yeah.
get the best treatment. It's not the NBA, but they treat you like you're in the NBA. So you get the best treatment that country has to offer. You get the
Free
best,
housing.
yeah, free housing, cars, all that. So it's a blessing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And then having that overseas experience, having the G League experience, having NBA training camp experience, summer league experience, what do you feel like is your best strength that you have to offer to a team? You're still only 23 years old.
Hmm.
You're extremely young. You're extremely talented. What do you feel is your best strength to bring to a team for your next opportunity?
My best strength, I feel, number one is my size.
Yeah.
I'm 7'1", 250,
Yeah.
and I'm like a light 250, so I know I can get way bigger.
Yeah.
And that's one. Another is my voice. I'm very loud. I'm very charismatic. I'm not a shy person. So like, I'm able to communicate. I'm very good at communicating.
The leader.
And my third, I would say, is I'm actually a pretty good shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For my size, I feel like I can shoot. I can outshoot a lot of players in NBA now. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
like, yeah, so like the skill level is there and everything. So it's just about just waiting for my time. You know what I mean?
100%. Waiting for that right opportunity. And we've been in the gym.
Exactly.
We've been in the gym together. I've seen it. You know, the pick and pop, you're
Yeah.
shooting threes. You know, at a really efficient clip. And then you can
Yeah.
also roll to the basket and dunk on someone's head. So it's extremely
Exactly.
versatile what you're able to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's great, man. And then, what's your favorite memory? You know, thus far, your long basketball career you've had at such a young age. But what's your favorite memory so far?
My favorite memory, to be honest, was when I psyched myself out and went to Serbia.
Yeah,
Like I said, like I didn't think I could do that. You know, I didn't think I could be there as long as I was and be able to, you know, have a good time and not miss home and get homesick. Like I don't think I got homesick. Not one time I was there.
really.
And it's a testament to just how mentally strong I found out that I was, as well as to the people that was there, you
Yeah,
know, being able to treat me with respect and making sure that I was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So like
absolutely.
just the relationships that I've built over there, and you know, it's like I'm global in a way. You feel me? Like people know my name around the whole globe. Type.
100%. You
You know
got
what
your
I mean?
logo behind you too.
Yeah, man, this is my logo, man. I'm a business. You know,
Yeah.
I consider myself my entity as a business. You know what I'm saying?
As you should, man. You're your own individual brand at the end of the day. So you got to
Yeah,
represent yourself to the fullest. And then, you know,
exactly.
outside of basketball, you know, what are your interests? Who is Brandon McCoy off the court?
Man, you know what, like, because I had a lot of time, you know, just the current process I'm in right now. But like, you know, a lot of things I like to do. I like to play piano. I like to play the guitar. I'm building a studio in my house right now.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
yeah, man. So I'm a big music person. On top of just like, you know, I go to school. I'm trying to, while I have time right now, I'm trying to knock out my credits to get my degree.
That's awesome.
And I'm also doing, you know, I'm working on like my business savvy. You know, I'm doing a little bit of sales here and there.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just, like I say, like, an idle mind is the devil's playground. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm a well-rounded individual at the end of the day. Because, you know, basketball only takes you so far. You feel me? So like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. So like, I'm just trying to make sure that once that ball is done bouncing, like I can hit the floor running.
You got your
I
game
can
plan
still
for
have
after
motion.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have motion. I'm not sitting like, hey, so what should I do now? Like, what do I have going for me now? Like, what's my favorite thing? What are my favorite things? I'm learning. You gotta learn yourself. You gotta learn yourself while you're going through the process. You can't just get caught up. And that's another thing I learned
Yeah.
being a pro. You know, you can't just get caught up in basketball, because you'll drive yourself crazy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You gotta really find out the things you love, hobbies and things that you care about, and just really go into all of that. At the end of the day, it's not going to hinder your game on the court. It's actually going to enhance it, make it better,
100%.
because you're finding out who you are. You know what I'm saying? The game of basketball is about knowing who you are, what you can do, and how you can help the team. If you know who you are, the other two things is just gonna fall right into place.
It's gonna come together, and because then you're more refreshed when you go back to the court.
Yeah.
Put in that work, you're more refreshed, and you have a better sense of self, so you know what you're gonna do. Of course.
Yeah.
That's great. And then I like to end the show with, what's your why? You know, what makes you motivated to get up out of bed every day and be the best Brandon McCoy you could be?
All right, I got 3 for you.
Yeah.
Number 1 is everything I do. Like I said, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm going for energy. Everything I do is for God. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I do. You know, I try to do everything in his likeness and just try to be, you know, better for him. Do it my absolute best for him. That's 1. Number 2 is my family. My mom working. I've came in seeing my mom working 14-hour shifts, still coming home, trying to make dinner for me and my baby sister, slaving and doing it all, you know what I'm saying, by herself. You know what I mean? That's my 2. And then my 3 is just the inner fire in me, just a lot of like players have in their, you know what I'm saying, a lot of high level professional players have in their body.
Yeah.
And like it's
that inner fire just to be better.
Yeah, like it's in me. Like I want to be great so bad that I can't even. Sometimes I gotta stop thinking about it.
You can't even articulate it because that's how bad you want it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta control what you can control, and that's what you're doing. You gotta stay in the present.
Yeah.
So like those are my three whys. You know, my God, my family, and just being great. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be great. I want to make sure that when I'm done with when I'm done with my career and my life, you know what I'm saying, I have something to leave my posterity where they know that their dad went hard and was great at, you know what I'm saying, whatever he was doing. You feel me? I gave him my all, you know what I'm saying, and I completed everything that I said I was going to do, you know?
Absolutely, man. That at the end of the day, that's your legacy, man. Like giving everything your all and, you know, making sure that you're a person that, you know, acts upon things. You don't just talk about it, you're really about it.
Right.
And,
right.
You know,
Exactly.
that's admirable, man. Well, you know,
Appreciate
I'm sure, yeah, man. Like, and I'm sure you're going to be, you know, extremely successful still on the court. Your career is only going to go up, but also off the court, I can already tell, man, you're only going to continue to get better, man. Just having that overall well-rounded mindset, man. It's invaluable.
Appreciate that, man.
Of course. Well, I appreciate you being a part of Hustle Basketball Talk, man. We look forward to following your journey, and you know, thank you, man, for being a part of this.
Man, thank you, man. Being on this show, man. I wish nothing but the best for you. You know, I know you outside of this show, and I know what type of person you are. You're a great guy, and you're hardworking, and you always had a positive attitude when you was around me. So, like,
my man,
I know this. Whatever you do is gonna take off. So, like I said, good luck with everything. I appreciate you for having me on your show, bro.